Hey there. So, if you listen to my podcast, Feel Empowered Every Day on Spotify, you'll know that I quite often just pick up my phone and talk about something that's weighing on my mind, whether it's something I read on social media or a video I saw or something I'm experiencing myself, whatever it might be that I can try to work through on my own or share a little perspective of. Um, I That's what my podcast is. So just little tidbits of thoughts on things that might inspire or help someone out with things that we all go through in our everyday struggles. I focus a lot on parenting adult children because that's the stage of life that I'm in. And I also feel like it's the hardest stage of parenting. And if you're not there yet, I'm sorry to tell you that. If you are right along with me, you probably understand exactly why I said that. Anyway, I just did one a while ago on worrying and how worry, when we say to somebody, I'm worried about you, actually it's a form of judgment. And that's something that I pick apart in that episode. So I encourage you to go back and listen to that if that's something that you struggle with as well, worrying about somebody in your life. But the next thing that has hit me that I've been thinking about is this idea of, I just want you to be happy. Especially as a parent, when we say that to a child, actually, no matter what age, but especially at the adult child age. And first of all, I have an issue with happy to begin with because you see it everywhere. Be happy, choose happy. There's so much, I think, pressure on the idea that, oh my gosh, we're all just supposed to be happy in life. And what's wrong with me because I don't feel happy all the time. So there must be something wrong with me. So then we look for these labels and diagnosis and start to define ourselves in that way, which I think is super unhealthy. But I view happy as being an emotion, just like all the rest, that we all experience at a variety of times in our life, and we process it, and it tends to go away and it's replaced with a different emotion. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that replacement is something bad or negative or gloomy. It could just be a different form of a positive emotion too. The kids that I worked with for my Feel Empowered Everyday class, we came up with collectively, I think it was like 57 feelings and emotions. And I know that doesn't even scratch the surface of Brene Brown's new book too. So I encourage you to do some looking into all the different varieties of feelings and emotions and get away from just staying focused on the main big ones that we have all been raised to hear about and know and understand and feel. But getting back to happy, so again, it's something that is going to come and go in our lives. I think when we tell somebody, you make me happy, that's putting a lot of pressure on that other person then too. Like, what do I need to do? Oh my gosh, I am now responsible for this person's happiness. And what bigger burden in life is there than that, really? Like, other than maybe raising a child, a person. But holy cow, that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. And then we wonder why sometimes in relationships, the other person just bolts and we don't know why. Well, you make me happy. That's a lot of pressure. So I also believe that we don't make other people feel a certain way, and other people can't make us feel a certain way. We treat people certain ways and we are treated certain ways, but that doesn't make us feel a certain way. That treatment comes to us and we process it between our brain and our heart, and we have our thoughts surrounding that treatment. We have feelings that are elicited surrounding that treatment, but ultimately we are the ones to choose how we're going to respond and feel and let ourselves experience that treatment. So I offer you an opportunity to explore some of that too. And I'd love to chat with you guys about that if that's something that you're going through. And I, again, apply our own personal strengths to how we process those things, how we respond to other people, how we view their treatments. And do we take it personally, or do we understand that it's just how they operate and it really has nothing to do with us? It's just them and how they're wired. And the way we respond or the way we operate or treat other people is us. Now, that doesn't give us a pass to go around and be a jerk to people, not by any stretch of the imagination. But it does alleviate some of that pressure of taking responsibility for how other people feel. So getting back to my initial thought on this is, I just want you to be happy. When we, especially as a parent, say that to our child or adult child, we are causing them, giving them reason, I guess I should say, we're giving them reason to feel burdened by, oh no, their happiness is dependent on how I'm feeling. And a lot of times we say that to somebody because when you come to me and say, I'm so stressed about this, I'm so upset about this, I'm so sad about this, and you're just expressing regular emotions that we all experience, and you happen to be talking about them, which is a good thing as long as you're not dwelling on them and only focusing on the negative. It's a good thing to talk about those and share them and process it. But a lot of times when you come to somebody else with that, all of a sudden they're triggered by either their own, like, what is that bringing up in me and my emotions that maybe I'm not dealing with, or it's bringing up something that you have dealt with in the past and you just kind of prefer not to go there again. Or you're taking on too much and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what did I do? This is my fault that you're feeling this way. How did I go wrong? What did I do that I shouldn't have done? There's so many different things that can come up, but that's all our own reaction. It really has nothing to do with the person who's expressing those emotions or those feelings or explaining situations to us. So when we hear somebody come to us and say, I'm just so sad because this happened in my life, and our response back to that is, I just want you to be happy. Can you just find a way to be happy in life? That's saying to them, stop burdening me with the way that I am now feeling about this. When again, it's your choice to feel a certain way about it. And it's putting pressure on them to think, oh, I can only come to this person with all of my good and fluffy and happy and joyful and, light things in life because I don't want to stress them out anymore. So this can cause all kinds of unintentional pressure that goes on between people in conversations. So as we go through this holiday season and we're spending more time with family members that maybe we don't see on a regular occasion, that maybe we think about and question if we're going to say something that might, and I don't want to say triggering because we definitely shouldn't walk on eggshells. Everything is about triggering these days, and I understand that. I think it's taken a little bit out of context and a little bit far, but that's my own opinion on a different subject. My plea to you in this video is to just be mindful of what you're saying to somebody else. Is it because of the way that you want to feel and watch the burden that you might be putting on them? Because otherwise you're going to wonder, why are they responding in such a way? And all I did was say, I just want you to be happy. And I can't believe and then we're in stress and conflict and nobody enjoys the holidays. So I'd love to hear from you on your idea of this concept and share your thoughts with me and let's talk through it. I certainly don't have all the answers. I just explore what comes to this crazy head of mine. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.